Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome. It's Friday night.
Yes, sir.
Friday night it is indeed.
We are back. Sorry about last week. My fault. Unfortunately, it's the last time I have to be cleaning up after a service at the temple. So 10 o'clock came around and I'm like, well, I'm still here. This is great. So, but here we are back live again. It is the NLG show with my boys. I have missed you guys. How are you?
Exhausted. Busy week at work. It's just gonna be busy. Same as you, Mike. And I also got a bathroom remodel going on, so I'm sitting in a mess, sitting in a noise.
Awesome.
Some cool stuff in the background, though.
I know.
Yeah, I'm sitting now in an undisclosed location. I'm sitting in a bunker. But got some retro stuff that I got for my birthday. Like this little Commodore 64 Mini.
Very nice.
Be stick in it and load your own games if you have those.
Very nice.
Another cool thing is my Geo Mini.
I can't believe you got one.
And it's it's actually pretty cool because this one has like a built-in screen and stuff, and
that is cool.
Stick.
When you show the picture
that directional,
online,
it's just completely 360 degrees.
I thought it was bigger than that, but
no, it's it's small.
Yeah, when it says mini, it's
small
not
little.
No,
it's a tiny. They should have called it the Geo Tiny.
Yeah.
So, man.
But the cool thing is it has a little screen, so that's cool.
Is it battery operated?
And both of them do not come with a AC adapter, but both of them come with a USB cord.
Okay.
So you can plug it into anything that provides USB power.
Oh, right. Kind of like all these other minis that are making their way around.
Yeah.
All right.
So Dan, I don't know if you can see it. My NES Mini and SNES Mini right behind down there. So
nice.
I love that stuff. Especially since the Commodore 64 I had one myself. The more modern looking one, not this old fashioned little bread box. But it's awesome. I was playing some what's the game? Some world games where you have to, on ice skates you have to jump over those barrels.
Oh yeah.
I jumped over 15 barrels and couldn't get to 16.
Those awesome
but that was like that was awesome. I mean, that brings back memories. That was like, one of my go-to games. It was like so awesome.
The ones made by Epics, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They had the winter games, the summer games.
Summer games, California games, world games.
Man,
those were that's when gaming was still fun. No, it's still fun. It's just different now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
But
that's cool, man.
That's awesome.
And so, the keyboard on the C64 Mini doesn't work. You had to plug in a USB keyboard, right?
Yeah, it doesn't. Unfortunately, it's not functional, which is a huge bummer.
Just for show. Yeah, that's weird.
Just for show.
Yeah.
I paid like $20 more and have like a working, even a mini keyboard,
Well,
it's too bad. I think it's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, but
I think they're coming out with a full size or fuller size with actual keys.
So a C64.
C64, yes.
Wow. And that goes. That's got an HDMI out.
Got an HDMI out, 720p, because obviously those games did not scale any higher than that. So
obviously those
can't go any crazy.
Yeah. Nice though.
So yeah.
I mean, I'm an Atari guy myself, but I have respect for the C64.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Amiga, I can go f off, but the C64, no, it's awesome, man.
It's cool. And what I said is like you can plug in your USB with your own Commodore 64 discs copies in it and run those games, which is fantastic.
Sweet. Nice.
Very sweet, because it comes standard with 64 games, but now it's like pretty much unlimited.
Now, can you add other games to it via like a?
Well, you run them from the stick, from a USB stick.
So as long as you can find them.
As long as you can find them or have them, you should legally own them.
You should legally own them. Yes, you should. Although,
So
that's something we have to talk about one night.
yeah, that will be a discussion for another day.
Yeah,
But, yeah,
yeah.
the whole
No.
Yeah.
But
conservation nation.
yeah.
Nice.
So what else you been up to?
Well, played Forza on my PC. You know what? It's kind of funny because since I'm like, I can't play on my regular monitor. I cannot play on the X. So I'm playing on PC that I had to move. Thank goodness it has a Wi-Fi card on board, which is such nice. So still have connectivity. And but my monitors I have are not 1080p. They are like, I don't know what they are, like 800p or 900p, whatever it is. And but you play 60 frames per second.
Okay.
So the graphics one, it's not that I say like, hey, my grass is fuzzy or my tires are not as shiny. It's a 60 frames per second, buttery smooth. That's noticeable if you would, play it on 30 versus 60, and resolution is like, yeah, sure. Side by side, you will definitely see differences, but once you're racing,
Buttery smooth.
buttery smooth is king.
Yes, it is. It's definitely, I think we talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm still in that 60 frame per second mode on that game. For
Yeah.
what little I've been able to play, but yeah. So
Yeah,
relegated
and
to
that's
your
the two
PC.
modes, right?
That's
Performance, or what was the other one? And what was the other mode?
Quality.
Performance, or
It's performance
Quality.
and yeah.
Isn't it quality?
I think it's
Yeah,
called
I think it's
quality.
quality.
I think. Yeah. Well, hopefully with the X2 or whatever they might call it, we get 4K 60.
I just got my TV, man. I think I'm good. I don't see much of a difference. So
No, but I mean, if you have 4K, might as well have it 4K. But you want to have it also in 60,
yes.
and that's why I say 4K 60. I'm still fine 1080 60 because I don't have 4K TV.
Right. No.
But if I did have a 4K TV / monitor, that would be nice if I can do 4K 60. So that's the best of both worlds.
Yeah. Fair. Oop. Sorry about that.
no?
That's all right. Looks like, hold on. I don't know what just happened. It's our weekly freak out.
Weekly freak out. Yeah, I mean, without a freak out, it's not a show.
It's happened.
You have to start all over. You be done by midnight, and it's like, dang,
Right.
let's do over. Let's start all over.
Start all over again. No, we're not
So I'm
starting.
glad we got this out of the way.
Yes. That's all right. I'm still dealing with the echoing, which is funny. Oh.
Well, it's clear on my end.
Nah,
Sounds clear on my end.
Hopefully for the listeners too.
yeah, I turned down the Skype sound, so the only sound that I hear coming out of my headset is the sound from the XSplit.
Right.
The echo comes through. It's weird. It's got to do with how Skype now does our stuff. I'm okay with it. I can compensate for it. It's just a pain in the butt. So fix your shit, Microsoft. So
Yeah. They do fix something, and then it'll break something too, and then.
Yep.
yes. Well, but what I do like, to be fair, what I do like is I don't have to screen capture you guys anymore. All I have to do is call you up, and you pop up in your right spot. So
That's such a nice.
yes, I'm
Have you
looking-
talked to Inferno about the Discord?
I have not, because honestly, this is it. All like I said, all I got to do is turn the Skype sound down, the
Yeah.
Skype speakers down, and it seems to be fine. And if that's all I have to do, I just have to remember to do it before we go live. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm not freaking
Seems
out.
like a small thing. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And honestly, I hear you guys fine. I think everybody else hears us fine. So, and I don't have any videos tonight to worry about. So, Chris, how's your week been, man?
It was a good week. I took Monday off. Little one was off out of school, so I took my first day off since I've been back to work. And then,
how did it feel?
It was nice.
An unforced day off.
And it helps too because this week we got hit with a lot of rain, and then we got a cold front. So it's actually here down south Texas. It's actually been in the 50s, high 40s, low 50s. Right now it's kind of warmed up to around the 60s. So that day, man, it was bad. So it was nice staying home. And then today's my regular Friday. So it's Friday. Life is good. Got some gaming in. My Spurs, they won. How about those Cowboys and my Longhorns? That's all I got to say.
Texas represent.
They're gonna beat the Redskins. If Doomhammer gets back on here, sorry Doomhammer. But shout out to everybody in the chat, Mr. Coop.
Yes, shout out everybody.
Project Jeff, Undead is here.
Yeah, he said he was gonna check out
Dinero Primero.
Yes, our man, I love our friends, man.
Yep. Glad to see everybody here.
Absolutely, and hopefully we'll get a few more in. We got a couple of. I've been doing this the support small streamers thing. Try to get us out to some other people who haven't seen us before. Try to get them in, listen, check us out.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have done a hell of a lot more gaming than I have. I will say that. The most I've been able to do is rewire my TV. So, and then, folks, when you overstretch yourself, you cause yourself nothing but heartache.
Oh, yeah.
I have not. And I feel bad too because I have neglected not just gaming, but I've neglected you guys too. It's just every night, it's either work because IT never sleeps. Peter, you know that.
Yeah.
Or, and it's over in I'm the production of My Fair Lady that I'm in opens the second weekend of November, so I'm almost there. I'm less than a month away from it, but it's Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, and it's just I go to work in the morning, and that's the last I see my kids until I get home from this thing. So I see my kids once for an hour in the morning, and 3 times a week, and it's exhausting, absolutely exhausting. So.
Well, sir, you know how those developers feel at those studios. They're being forced to work 100 hours a week. So there you go. We'll talk about that later.
I was going to say, it's a hell of a segue. I did, however, to be fair, I did get a little bit in this week. It wasn't much. I actually, my son had some friends over last weekend, and they wanted to see the PSVR, so that had been hooked up for a bit. It's back on the wall now, but while I had it hooked up, I'm like, I haven't played Battlezone in a while, so I took a night, ran through some of my PSVR stuff that I have. I still, there's still some stuff that I need to get, like Moss and stuff, but just running through, some stuff, and then I figured, on Wednesday, which was the only other night I really had, I went back on and I was like, I haven't played this in a while. I haven't played, so I played a little Jotun, which is such a cool game. And I went back and played a little Parappa the Rapper because I love, yes, Diego, I keep it on the wall. It's right there behind me. I keep it up there so that the younger kids don't mess with it. So. But there's I don't know if it's just the remaster or not, but there is the third level of the game, which is cooking with Cheap Cheap, where you make the cake. I don't know why. I can't get the timing of that down at all. And it's not that hard. I'm sorry, it's the 4th level. I think the 3rd level's the frog. Third level's the frog yard sale guy. And 4th is cooking with Cheep. And I can't get past that. And I don't know why. It's like I don't know if the buttons are off. I don't know if I tried playing it 2 ways. I tried playing it on the TV, which, by the way, it's not 4K, but on that 4K TV it looks gorgeous. I have a feeling it's got HDR, and I just don't know it. Because as you guys know, the PS4, even the base PS4 passes HDR. And I think that game's got it, because it just looks gorgeous. Anyway, I tried it then with the headset because when you play regular games with the PSVR headset, Peter, you know this, it'll show it on a virtual screen in front of you that's pretty decently sized. And I figured, maybe there's some lag, even though I got it in game mode and stuff like that. And no, I think it's just me. So.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Just take a break and maybe get back to it. And
yeah. But I did. That's just it. I did go. I left it, came back to it. So I try it every once in a while just to see if I can get past it. And no. So. But I did end up turning the Xbox on tonight. Before the podcast, I was playing some Assassin's Creed Origins.
Nice.
Not Odyssey, not yet. I haven't bought anything in a while. And then I'm going to try to play some Forza over the weekend. So, what's up, Dirty J? But I have been, life caught me and kicked me in the hind end, and it's been exhausting.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. I made it, and it's partially my fault. I said, I'm only going to take one theater job a year. I liked doing the Music Man. It was in February. I'm like, I'm only going to do this once a year. And then this came around, and I'm like, oh, yeah, what the heck? And didn't realize how much of a toll it would take. So after this, I'm taking a sabbatical from theater life. All of my 2 shows I've done. So I'll hopefully be able to relax a little bit and get back to, the important stuff like gaming and hanging out with you guys. So it's my true confessions moment.
Hopefully those paparazzis give you a break too.
Yeah, because I'm oh so popular. So, all right. Where do you guys want to start?
What we got?
Well, so we missed it last week. How we do this? It shouldn't be a long discussion, but it's one that does bear discussing. A little over a week and a half ago, Microsoft announced their new initiative for their game streaming called Project xCloud. And it's interesting because it's what Sony's doing right now with PS Now. Microsoft's taking a shot at it now with powered by Azure. So oh man, Diego, thank you, my brother. Absolutely. Shoot me a DM. That means a lot, man. It really does. And you know what? As you can see from, some of the stuff we use, your designs are right in there, man. So anyway, so Project xCloud is, no matter their description of it is wherever you want to play, that's where you can go. If you want to play on your Xbox, you want to play on your PC, if you want to play on your phone. So, basically, they kind of they talked about this at E3, and now they're moving it along, and they've got it in internal, I guess, beta testing. It runs on mobile phones and tablets, and you can. I got a picture of it. If you with your phone, you can attach a Bluetooth version of the Xbox One controller, or you could use touch. Either way works, and they're going to try to build this out by doing what they originally said. I don't know if you guys remember in 2013 when they talked about the power of the cloud, and everybody laughed at them, and they said, we can bring these servers into our farm that have the power of X amount of Xbox Ones. We could do all this processing power here, bring it to you. And everybody laughed. Well, that's what they're actually pushing now is, building out these Blade servers into their Microsoft Azure server farms and stuff that actually have the motherboards of, multiple Xboxes in a Blade, ready to power up, gaming so that they can basically just stream you the image. And the question is, so we'll get this started this way. We've seen this already with PS Now. Is this something that Microsoft can expand upon, do better, or is this just basically one of those? Is this a fad? Is this going to last? Is this going to be something viable for them?
I think Microsoft can definitely make it the best experience due to their Azure data centers all across the world. The technology that they have, just look at Mixer and their low latency streaming. So they definitely could make this the best experience you can find. And that's pretty cool, that you can stream it on your phone or whatever when you're away from home. I still, what I want is, right now you can use your PC and stream to your PC. I wish you could just use like your iPad or your phone just as a screen. Not connecting your controller to or anything, just have it still connected to your Xbox, but just as a secondary screen in case somebody's occupying your TV. That seems to be very doable.
True, that very much can be. Hang on, we're echoing now.
Mm-hmm.
How are we echoing now? Swear to goodness. All right, hang on. We're going to try to... Let's see if this...
Yeah, we like to have more panels on our team, so when we echo, we have like 6.
That's right. I have 6 of us. All right, here we go. I have no idea. What the hell. So anyway...
Adam Baby says it's just HTK.
Yeah, but you were the only one talking.
True.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
All right. I think I got it. I don't know what the heck. But what's up? What's up, Whitty? It's good to see you. So I decided to go ahead and grab. I'm just grabbing it now. Just a quick video on this while we're talking.
Right.
But Chris, what do you think? I mean, is this something that is this something that you even care about?
No, I do. I think this is where gaming's going. Traditional consoles aren't going away right away. I know, you see people out there worried about it. Because people like their physical, like their collectibles. So, it's understandable. People are worried that if gaming is all in the cloud, that you don't really own it. So, but I mean, that can happen with physical too. I mean, in a way. So,
Yeah.
uh,
But look at
I look
movies
at it
too.
as
You know, the quality of, you know,
yeah,
having a physical, even digital, but local, you know, a local digital copy or a physical copy is always better than anything that's being streamed. Look at movies, you know, Blu-ray on a disc is always still better
Oh,
than
yeah,
what
yeah.
you can stream because everything is compressed to same bandwidth, etc., etc., etc.
but it is getting better because if Microsoft doesn't do it, Google and Amazon they're getting in on it.
Yeah,
They
look
are.
at Google. What they have at their,
know.
I forgot what it's called, but I got invited to doing the
Yeah.
Odyssey
Yeah.
test
Yeah.
through Chrome. I haven't tried it yet, so
What's that? Somebody, who was it? Somebody tweeted that. I don't know if it was Coop.
Nate.
One of them. Nate tried it, but
Nate tried it. Maybe Coop too.
but they're coming, and you know they're going to get in on that third party gaming. So Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo need to. Well, you know, Nintendo may not be so bad because they got their own stuff, you know, their own thing going. But
Yeah, I don't think they care. Nintendo doesn't care about this.
no, yeah, Nintendo, yeah, they're okay.
Yeah, because as far as they're concerned, you can still continue to voice chat over your cell phone. So they're not. They don't care. I think you know, and you know, I do think it's a bit funny that this is where Microsoft wanted to go a while ago and got laughed at and got totally laughed at. Now,
and I was all for it back then. I mean, last gen, they, you know, we started getting into digital, and I was like, okay, I'm fine. I don't care to go to GameStop anymore and buy physical. I like the convenience of just to download my games and it's right there. And so if we get into that next step of streaming, where like I have my game room here, so this is where my Xbox is at. I don't have an Xbox anymore in the living room or any other room. So if I can have a streaming device that, okay, you know, sometimes my daughter comes in here, I can go to the living room or I can go to another room. Or now that we can stream games to our phones and maybe tablets, to me that makes sense for me. I don't want to play every game on a mobile or a tablet. You know, I just don't care. You know, it depends on the game, especially in open world. But certain games, I don't mind. Hey, I just, you know, play around with it and I still, you know, get credit for it. You know, so I look forward to it.
There are a couple of.
It's true play anywhere.
It is now. So that does bring up a couple of concerns. You know, because it is streaming, and remember that PS Now has gone not completely the opposite direction, but they added downloading to their service, at least on the PS4. But you know, PS Now is limited to 720p at 30 frames per second with their streaming. You know, latency. How do you play Forza Horizon 4 at 60 frames per second? You know, on with that kind of latency. Does that exist? Now, we can play these things now on our Windows 10 PCs with the Xbox app. I can stream that stuff from my console, but I have to be in network. So I have to be on my LAN. I have to be in the house.
Yeah.
What's going to happen once we're out of the house and you know, now the PlayStation streaming app, which is not the PS Now one, the one that came out with a few years ago, and I have a video up on our YouTube channel of testing it, works pretty well. But it works pretty well over the internet. I was playing Amplitude at my office, you know, off of my home PS4. This is a little more different. This is utilizing Azure. So the question is, how do we get around latency, and are we going to be able to? Is this something that we're going to have to pay extra for, or is this something that, you know, we buy the game and it becomes play anywhere? You know, like like that way. You know?
Yeah, and also, is it just going to be, Microsoft titles? Or,
Right.
any title?
Well, there's that too.
Well, you think if you're paying for Game Pass, you should be able to play any of those games anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but is this going to be a subscription you have to pay extra for, like PS Now?
I think if you're already paying for a Game Pass and you have Xbox Live, it probably wouldn't matter. You can probably play that anywhere. Those who don't, I don't know, because on PC they don't have to pay for Xbox Live, right? So that'd be interesting how they handle that with mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Diego's got it the way I'm hoping that they would do it is what I'm saying. We're all saying buy a game, and you can either stream it, download it to your PC, download it to your Xbox, and play. Project Chef
And you
says
should be able to play it anywhere.
Nintendo already has that for the Switch. It's called handheld mode. He's right. He's right.
No, but I mean the thing is, but mobile has a bigger market that it reaches. So
Yeah. From a
Xbox,
business
right.
perspective, you're right. I mean, everybody pretty much has a
handheld in
decent
their
computer in their pocket.
yes.
Right.
So they're not there to compete with. Nobody's going to be able to. They tried it. Sony tried it. You can't compete with Nintendo with handheld gaming, but you can get into mobile gaming. And you can, reach a lot of people, and people will, hey, look, cool, I can play this game, and they'll try it, even if they try it for once. But that's still money that's going to Xbox. So I'm sure there's going to be some kind of subscription, some kind of mobile subscription or something. It's got to be.
Well, they have to pay for all those blades and all that stuff that they're working on. I mean, they have to pay for all that stuff. I get that, but
That or Xbox Live, like let's say it's a free app, sign up for Xbox Live, so they get these people into the ecosystem. But now, if you want to play these games, you got to buy the games. So no matter what, so wherever you choose to play it, that's up to you.
see, I'm for buying the games or having it as part of Game Pass. My only issue with a separate subscription for it is I'm paying for Game Pass now. Am I going to have to pay again to get the same game mobile?
No.
I don't think so.
That's what I mean. Is that if it's part of Xbox Live, I think that's it's a good piece. If it's separate, I don't play enough mobile to and believe me, I don't have unlimited data. I don't have unlimited data, so
Even on Wi-Fi, you're
on Wi-Fi I do, but if I'm traveling,
Oh yeah. I wouldn't even try to play traveling.
Yeah, Peter knows the Wi-Fi at Great Wolf Lodge isn't that great.
It's no.
It is
Many wolves on the line.
Yes, and so I couldn't play there. We couldn't. There's a lot of places that unless there's Wi-Fi everywhere.
Right.
How do you do that? So.
But don't they also say right now it requires 10 megabits per second?
Well, no, actually, let's see. I'm looking.
I thought there was something.
I'm on the blog page.
That was a minimum, right?
And maybe that's right now. Maybe they might try to get it lower, but
it says Project xCloud will have the capability to make game streaming possible on 4G networks and will dynamically scale to push against the outer limits of what's possible on 5G networks as they roll out globally. You're right. Currently, the test experience is running at 10 megabits per second. So, right.
Yeah.
Our goal is to deliver high-quality experiences at the lowest possible bit rate that work across the widest possible networks, taking into consideration the uniqueness of every device and network. So, that's...
Yeah, and you hear about the U.S. internet infrastructure, You know, it depends on where you live. Like me, I'm fine. I got great internet here. It gets better every year. 5G's coming, so I'm okay. It'll get better.
Yeah.
Of course, we live out in the sticks, so you know, hey,
they're pushing, but they're pushing it as mobile. Now, where we have an advantage, at least Peter and I do, is that we live real close. Like here's where all the Azure regions are.
Mm-hmm.
The blue dots.
Yeah.
And you got a couple near you. You got
me too.
Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
Peter, we got like 3 or 4. Like I know there's one in Pennsylvania, there's one in Virginia. You know, there's one up in Jersey, and so you know, for us, latency has never been an issue. You know, playing games. So,
kind of like 2 millisecond pings or whatever.
Yeah, it's been really nice for us. But you know, can you say that about somebody living in North Dakota?
Yeah, but it's not good for a traditional netcode though, because you have a disadvantage because they counter for lag. So you're
right.
They put you last. Oh, you shot first. Oh, sorry. The other guy has
right. And if you're
100 millisecond ping, and we'll give him precedence.
Right.
And I was surprised because they had one in Argentina. It looked like down in the south.
Here,
I'm surprised it's not in Brazil.
Picture back up. Yeah.
You know, because they're real big on Brazil, but they're not too far from Brazil. There,
no.
I guess.
But like in Australia, if you live over on the left coast of Australia, you're screwed. And if you
probably people live on the left coast.
you live up there in Turkmenistan or China, you're not getting any Azure.
Well, yeah.
No Azure.
China. That's a whole different animal.
Well, yes, I know. 10 right. All those servers are Tencent owned.
Yeah, exactly.
So, there is one in.
Let's say Spain and Portugal. They don't have any.
Yeah.
No, they don't either. And Italy doesn't really have one. You know, it's funny. The very little in the Middle East is
Madagascar.
None.
Dang it.
No, but I would have thought that at some point Microsoft would be building something in Israel. Nothing there. Nothing in any of the African territories where there's plenty of land.
Well, and here's another thing. These are known ones.
Yeah.
Well, but this is
yeah, I'm sure it's going to grow once they get going.
Well, this is an official Microsoft image, so this is off of their blog. So, there are a couple coming. It looks like there's a couple coming to places like Qatar, but by and large,
says, what if you're in a nuclear sub?
Yeah, right. We'll wait for that.
That ship or that sub has sailed.
It's taking Azure all around with it. It's the moving Azure.
They actually have floating data centers. Didn't they put one in the ocean, water cooled and all that stuff?
Yeah, we have one near us. Our data center is like right near the water, and you go, why? And then you realize it's still 30 feet above sea level, and you go, well, how is that? But it's cheap land, and that's what Microsoft does. They buy up the cheap land and they build on it. So, I'm telling you, man, I'm waiting for that new North Korean Azure farm. That'll be the. So.
Yeah.
All right. So that is, I get it. And I get what they're doing, and Microsoft, like I said, this was their part of their big plans 5 years ago, and now they're starting to see that come to pass. They're going to start doing public trials in 2019. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to look at it ourselves and see. As we saw,
pick me.
Yes, as we saw from that video, they swear they've got it up and running. People playing Gears, people playing Halo. I don't know if any media has gotten their hands on it yet, but I mean, they certainly.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, they're certainly showing people actually.
They might have, but they might have NDAs. So
Yeah.
I can't say anything.
Very
Once
true.
they're ready to allow them to speak on it.
So then the other question is, when do you guys think this launches?
Next gen. Next gen.
You think?
I don't know. You know, you have to start somewhere. What better way of saying this is next gen, even if it's still, you know, iterative consoles.
So next year is going to be in beta, right? There'll be a beta sometime next year.
I can see 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
Same thing with PlayStation 5. Probably 2020. Holiday season.
Depending on how successful the beta goes, if it works, you know, maybe holidays 19. But yeah, 2020.
Yeah. I don't know how fast they can move though.
Yeah.
So I mean, the other thing too is now this says actual live game streaming. Do you believe it? That.
I mean, on a Wi-Fi or actual in a field.
Well, they said that their
at a grocery store.
That their internal tests were at 10 megabit. So.
Right.
Now I don't know if I could play.
I mean, yeah, 10 megabit I can.
So I don't know if I could play with touch though.
Yeah. No.
No. Yeah.
I'd have to hook.
It depends on the game, though.
I always lose space where where am I supposed to, at the beginning you're good, and then all of a sudden you start pressing, and it's like your thumb has drifted off to the side.
Like walking simulator games, like the Telltale games, that'd be great on the phone. I wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah.
There's just certain games that make sense. There's some good indie games that would work well on mobile. So.
Yeah. No. Oh, real quick. Diego wants to know how many people are buying at least one box of Taco Bell to try to get the Xbox, the Platinum one. I buy Taco Bell anyway, so this is it's a no-brainer.
There you go.
And I happen to like chalupas, so.
I told yesterday in a party chat with Coop, but I think I've only had Taco Bell once, and it was a chalupa that I won when I attended a Blazer game in Portland, Oregon.
That's it?
Because they scored 100 points, everybody got free chalupas. That was my chance. And I was not very impressed. So, but talking about the console, so it has that Taco Bell ding dong sound in it, but no other colors, no nothing. I mean, what the heck? Who's in charge of the marketing? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Does it?
I don't know.
I mean that console. I mean, sure, it has like a platinum color, whatever.
Yeah.
On the top, and it makes the Taco Bell sound when you power it up, and that's it. I mean, why not have a purple top, or whatever their logo is, purple and gold.
Yes, make a specialized one, and the
right.
The startup sound should be the Taco Bell dog. Yo quiero.
Right. Yeah, I mean that would be nice. But here's another thing. Why can't we upload our own sound to that button,
That's a great question.
That's cool. You need to put that in the
that needs
request.
To be, yes, that needs. I never even thought about that.
I know. Me neither.
That would be freaking sweet.
Like they can have
my button is like
settings,
hands on my console.
Like you're saying, like they can have Halo sounds, Forza sounds, different games.
Yeah.
And then load it up, just like your avatar. It's custom.
Yeah.
Good idea, sir.
So, hey, by the way, while I'm thinking about it, who's hooking their Alexa up to their Xbox?
I have not done so. Not yet. I'm not sure if I want to. It seems a little cumbersome.
That's what it seems like. Why couldn't
it's not that you can say, I mean, right now it's Alexa, blah, 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 command, and then it's like, Alexa, ask Cortana, or whatever it is, blah, 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 blah.
Hey,
it's
Alexa,
like an extra...
Tell Cortana to turn the Xbox on.
Yeah, whatever, or enable Cortana, or something like that. It's like, why that extra step? It's like, no.
Yeah.
Well, I downloaded Cortana onto my Android phone because I wanted to see if it would work, and I haven't tried it yet either. I'm not even sure how to hook the damn thing up. You know, if they had just kept the Kinect port on the back of the damn Xbox One X, I'd have my Kinect down here to do it.
Yeah. I don't know why they got rid of it.
Because
Besides
The space or whatever. Come on, just
they're dumb.
have something, you know. They're dumb. Or you know what's even dumber than that? I can see that you don't have the port anymore, but don't have an official, USB adapter.
Right.
For the Kinect.
Yeah.
And also, like, I don't know who designed that thing, but it's atrocious too.
I know.
With all those wires and other stuff, it could have been much simpler.
Is the Game Pass app the only one that you can, like, you know how you go to the Game Pass app and then you can go and pick a game and have it,
Yes.
downloaded?
Yeah.
Can you do that with the regular Xbox Live app with other games?
If you buy it.
If you buy them, or
yes.
Get it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing: why can't we turn off automatic downloading of games to your home console? My home console is my family console.
I
don't want to have all my games on that one.
You can. I think you have to do it.
Yeah,
on
but then
the
they don't
console.
update. But then the games don't auto update.
Oh.
So I want to play a game with my daughter. And it's like, oh, sorry, sweetheart, it's gonna take some time.
What?
Down. Come on. Frustrates me.
Well, no, hold on, because I thought. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I at least I saw this on. Where did I see this? It might have been the Microsoft Store, or it might have been the Xbox app on Windows 10. There was a time when I bought something, it did ask me which Xbox to download it to.
Yeah, but the one for your home Xbox is always checked and it's grayed out, so you cannot uncheck it.
All right, next
You
game.
can tell what other one you have you want to install it on. That's true.
I'm gonna have to check that the next time. So,
Well, so I had
Niall.
tweeted it would be, you know how like Alexa has the Amazon was selling the I think you, Peter, you got one, the ghosts from Destiny.
Oh yeah.
So I had tweeted, say, hey, it'd be cool to get the
Right.
what's it called, the 343 AI, the floating AI Halo. Get have one of those and have it do the same thing.
It's still a little cumbersome because you have to say, Alexa, ask Ghost about the tower.
Yeah.
And then I think, it's like an extra step.
Yeah, and I'd rather hear the voice of the AI than Alexa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll try the Cortana. Now that I've remembered it, I'll try it tonight and see how it works through my phone. So, speaking of new things, and speaking now that Niall joined us, it reminded me we have a little bit of PlayStation news, and ever so little bit. Online ID changing. It's coming. You guys are actually going to get it next year.
Oh. Yeah, bit footnote.
Well, there's a couple of footnotes.
Okay.
So
read the fine print.
Yes. For starters, there's no. They still won't take my name.
Well, okay. Whatever.
Well, but what? That is a whatever. That's do you realize that the PlayStation 4 is the PlayStation Network is the only place that I can't use my old name. My name. I can't use Stinger NLG. It doesn't like Stinger. It thinks Stinger's a bad word.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
That is bizarre. And I asked. I can
see when they said like NLG, like no, because that's everywhere.
Right.
Can't even create a clip called NLG without it saying like.
Yeah, that, and I haven't figured that one out yet. I keep looking at it, going, all right, is there something?
Yeah.
Is there something I'm missing?
I think there's something that's missing, but it's
Because remember, even Twitch. That's why we call our show the Next Level Gaming Show, because Twitch won't even let me use NLG Show anymore.
Yeah.
So but I couldn't use. I thought it was that, so I just put in Stinger something, and that would work. It wouldn't take that. So this doesn't do anything for me. But for those of you who want to change your name, during the preview program, you'll be able to change your name as many times as you want. And then, of course, when it rolls out to everybody, it is free for the first time.
Yes.
And then $10 afterwards every time.
Yes. Well, that's just preventing people from,
Yes.
Yeah.
being a jerk and change it and change it and change it.
Yeah. So it's
but
but
if you own PSN Plus, you get a discount.
$5 if you own PS Plus.
You can be a discounted jerk.
Yes. So it's coming. It's actually coming.
That's so good.
It is. It's
Or
only
what's the
taken-
other? What's the big footnote?
Let's see.
At least they
It's that
are
not
starting
all
to.
games supported.
What?
Yeah.
So some games will break.
Not every game is.
Oh!
Yep.
You're right.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. What the hell?
There's gonna be some
Right.
complications there.
Hold.
That's why I said footnote. It's like, okay, what will happen when that occurs?
What?
The game doesn't want to launch. The game wants to use your old tag. Do you still keep your old tag? I think there's a way to display your old tag, but is it still assigned to you? I don't know.
Yeah, and then all your trophies, they don't show on your new name with the old games. Not sure how that works.
Why is there always something? There's always something when
And
you
then it
have
says
an actual-
reverting back to an old ID will resolve most issues.
I think we need to get Niall to change his name so he can test this out for us.
I don't get it.
Move back.
So, not all games are guaranteed to support the online ID change. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but in other news, you get Call of Duty Black Ops 4 stuff first on the PS4, so I guess,
So it looks like it's a step in the right direction. But
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's something
Yeah.
that people have been asking for years. So,
Yeah.
it's very good.
But let us be a lesson.
Don't change it.
Always pick. No. You should have started out by picking a good name.
Right, to begin with.
Think long term.
Right.
Yeah, we got all these, punk kids that pick stupid names so they can be clever.
Yeah.
And, and they get older and they're like, yeah, that was dumb, but. So now they can change it, but there's a catch. So.
Yeah.
I was joking around too at somewhere. I said they must have hired the one of the software engineers from Nintendo who did the.
It's probably the way it's is implemented. It's not like Microsoft where they have a reference to an ID. They probably have an ID stuck in the actual ID stuck in the list.
Right.
So when you change it, certain games look at it and it freaks out. Do you remember on the Xbox at one point, I forgot what game it was, but if you name it the same as your gamer tag, it would freak out?
No,
That was a save game. I forgot which one it was.
Huh. No, I don't know. Huh. Alright, so there's that. So in case you were wondering.
But, yeah.
No. Speaking of other news, it's not PlayStation related, but it's kind of, sort of, just because it's that's the lead platform it's on. Call of Duty. So, look, folks, you guys complained and complained and complained and complained about not having a single player campaign and woe is me and downvoting videos and stuff like that.
And riots on the street.
Riots on the street. And then it racks up $500 million in sales in the first 3 days of being released. So, yeah. Good job, guys. Good job, gamers. That's a way to make your voices heard.
I mean, every year it's the same thing. Oh, I'm not going to buy the new Call of Duty. It's going to suck.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, but see, we hear that among us, the hardcore gamers and the community. That, a lot of us are like, we don't. A lot of us like the campaign, but the thing is, the majority of the gamers out there who play this, and I've known some people from young to even I knew my wife had a boss who was older than me, and he had a PlayStation 3, and all he played was Call of Duty, and that's all he cared. So those people, all they care about is multiplayer. They don't care about the campaign.
Yeah.
And that's the majority of gamers on consoles.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm still buying it, no matter what.
I'm not. I still haven't bought a COD game, Call of Duty game in a while. No. But I mean, it's
loser.
I like my single player games. But I mean, the
single player campaigns.
Right. The day one they even announced that the day one digital sales of this game had the best digital day one sales of any title in Activision's company freaking history. And it set sales records on both the PlayStation and Xbox store, and PC sales were double that of last year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, if you're thinking that, well, here comes the death of Call of Duty because they dropped the campaign. I guess. Yeah, I guess not.
And if they use this as a indicator, then we will never ever see a campaign again.
Oh, we're not.
So,
this is. Go ahead, Chris.
No. Go ahead.
I was gonna say if this isn't proof that the whole, yes, there's a place for single player games but you're gonna start. I'm telling you, the next Assassin's Creed game after this is gonna be just a multiplayer game. You watch.
No,
that'd be crazy.
You watch. This is
Assassin's Creed.
I'm telling you, it's good because remember they tried it. They tried it with Unity. They tried it with Unity.
Yeah, it was not very good.
Right, because the game wasn't very good. So
the game was great. It was a great single player game. All Assassin's Creed minus 3 and some I don't know, some other ones that I haven't played like Brotherhood, but
yeah,
I don't know, but have been good. So
Peter, Chief brought up that he thought Black Ops 3 campaign was trash. And that's been a while, but I can't remember that one. Do you?
No, I do not have 3.
What did you think of Call of Duty's campaign last year?
Oh, the fantastic.
Yeah,
lovely.
And even the one before, I know Coop spoke highly of the one before.
Yeah, me
space.
too. With the space and the robot and stuff, that was fantastic.
Yeah,
I think it was.
But from what I read,
get it confused with Titanfall.
Yeah, when this one
similarities
before this one came out, and they first announced there was going to be no campaign. It wasn't that they planned it from the start, right? Because I thought there was a campaign done, but then Activision or somebody did not like it, so they decided not to put it in for whatever reason. So, but seeing the sales numbers now and then going forward. Well, we already know the next Call of Duty is probably already in production, being worked on, but do we know it's going to have a campaign or not? So, and now that they see the sales numbers without a campaign,
why bother putting the time in?
Why? Yeah, it's more money they have to pay. You're paying for voice acting and stuff like that.
Yeah,
motion capture, so
script writing, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. No, I mean that's the thing is that they don't have to. They can.
But maybe we'll maybe somebody will fill the void with Medal of Honor or something.
Hopefully, I mean, you know,
Or maybe Battlefield will still do campaigns.
You know what'd be funny is if they come out with a DLC. Here's a DLC campaign. You know, make some extra money.
$35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those of you want to
If they
do
have
it,
the
there you go.
season pass, only 30.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Or maybe you will get it in the $100 version, you know, next year.
Yeah.
Oh God. See, I'm with Niall. No campaign, no buy. You know.
Yeah, at least not day one.
It took me a while. I mean, look at it. It took a sale for me to get Rainbow Six Siege.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. I've been done with Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2, so that doesn't bother me.
See, I had blocks.
I think the only one that I don't have is Black Ops 3.
Uh-huh. That was the last one I actually bought. And I bought it from my brother, and my daughter liked it, but I'm not a big multiplayer, you know.
Blops was the last one I got. And it had I got it because it had 3D in it, and it was really cool. So I don't know. You know what's going to have to happen is an indie developer is going to have to create one.
Yeah, maybe they will.
That's really what it's going to come down to.
Well, now you see.
Here's the thing. Hey, what about this?
Tommy's going to buy you one.
Yeah. What? Oh, hey, if I got it for free, I'll play it online. I like playing online with friends. So whether I'm good or not, but so now because of this, right? So now you see Battlefield 5. They are starting to make noise, and you know, hey, we got a campaign. So we'll see how good that campaign is. I might rent that because that's what Coop does. I might rent it, play the campaign, and you know.
Well, we'll get a chance to look at the campaign because we're going to get, for those of us in EA Access, we'll get early access to it.
True.
So, now saying Red Dead will have a part online campaign. I don't.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption will have a like GTA 5.
I don't mind if it's. See, I don't mind if the campaign goes online as long as I don't have to just play multiplayer. You know, I'm not playing Red Dead Battle Royale. Let's get that out of the way now.
No.
I went back and tried to play PUBG a little bit, and I'm like, you know what? It's not as fun as I thought it was going to be coming back to it. And watching my son play Fortnite, I'm like, yeah, this is just running around, and I'm not good at this. So, to me, it still has to be. If I'm going to do online, it's still got to be co-op. It's still got to be PvE. It's got to be, you know.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Or hybrid, like a Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, or Division, or something like that. That's what I'm.
I mean that's mainly PvE with some, a little bit of PvP, but not the main thing.
Yeah. So I'm not, MTX. It's too hard to push that walker. Thanks, Diego.
And I also, did y'all see Jez's tweet? He was complaining about that some people were able to use keyboard and mouse.
Oh. No.
On console, on Xbox. Well, they can do it on PS4 also, but they're using that. They're doing a get around. What's that? I forgot what that's called.
They have a device for that.
Yeah. So
your console still sees it as a controller.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, people who cheat like that, they should get banned. Banned for life.
They should.
Totally.
There's no place for you to play on a console.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't afford a PC. Well, then you can afford the cheap device. Get out of here.
Yeah, and then that brings up too, whenever mouse and keyboard does come, which I've already announced it will be on console, that hopefully that is not going to be used on Halo or Gears multiplayer.
Well, as long as you have an option to,
Yeah, yeah,
exclude those people.
yeah, yeah. They should only be in their own servers or whatever.
Right.
Oh, MTX means microtransactions. I am old,
yeah.
Tommy. I don't know I don't know your young kids' lingo. Now I get it though. I'm thinking MTX, and then Jeff says XIM, which is what we're kind of talking about, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Sorry, man. Us old men.
And we're aging every second.
MTX, you mean BMX?
Right, right. BMX, I remember that.
MSX? Okay, now I date myself.
Oh my gosh, yes, yeah. So, I do remember. Hang on, let me look it up because I do remember reading something. Yeah, they're bringing points, COD points back. There's no loot boxes, but they're bringing points and stuff back. That's right. Back in my day,
I thought those loot boxes that dropped from the sky were popular on the last game. I know Peter and Nate having fun doing it. It's like a game in itself.
I don't know.
Watching each other open loot boxes.
So,
yeah.
So a pre-order page for Black Ops 4 indicates the games will utilize COD points once more, meaning fans can purchase customization options for their soldier. Call of Duty points will be accessible in Black Ops 4 once CP are made available in the game. Platform and availability may vary and are subject to change. So, yeah, that's...
With those games, it's like, the more you play, the better your weapons are, the better, the more advantage you have versus somebody who just comes in.
And throws down
such a disadvantage instead of having it the opposite.
Right, and throws down 40
The longer you
bucks.
play, the better you get, but your weapons are not getting any better. Maybe they should stay the same across the board. Maybe I'm just old.
Yeah. Wanted to be an electric boogaloo. Man, Breakin' was... Don't mess with that.
Breakin'.
Breakin' was a great series, man. Well, the second one sucked, but the first one's a classic.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
The first one's a classic. So, white ballet dancer trying to make it in hip hop.
See, cardboard back then got used before the Nintendo.
That's what I'm talking. Exactly. We did. We were the originators of Labo. That's awesome. That's right. We did it in the gym locker room. Where the teachers couldn't see us. Oh my God! It's the only time I've ever. We tried, and it was a whole group of us that watched those movies, and then thought we could do it ourselves. There was that. There was the hell was that other one? Beat Street. Beat Street was the other one. Oh my God! Thanks, Diego. Now I'm gonna have to go look on Netflix and see if Breakin's on there, because now I need to watch that again. Ozone and Turbo. God, have you ever seen him, Peter?
Yeah, Turbo. Yeah.
Beat Street was not better. Beat Street was not better than Breakin' though. Beat Street was really good. They were similar. They were kind of similar, but that was more of a musical than. I mean, it was great, but Breakin' was much better than that. Come on, there was a story to the Breakin' movies, Like at the end of the second one, where they had to raise all that money to build the community center so that the evil white guy didn't tear it down and build a parking lot and a mall. Come on, it was good stuff. So anyway, we have gotten way off the beaten path. All
That's
right.
great, though.
It is. All right. Next up. So let's talk about Rockstar. So I've looked around Twitter, and I was able to get most of this down. Now you guys have probably gotten a little more of this than I have, since I haven't been on Twitter as much this week. So I've heard a little bit of rumblings about this. So if one of you guys wants to take this one, by all means.
All right. Well, here recently we heard, and a lot of this comes back from Telltale, where some of the employees were saying how they were working a lot of overtime, but they weren't being paid for it. So eventually there was a lawsuit supposedly out to, for the employees. So recently somebody, I'm trying to remember who, I don't know if it was Rockstar, somebody came out and said, we've been working hundreds of hours trying to, complete the game.
Yeah, it was the
But I don't know
co-founder.
if it was taken out of, and I think it was taken out of context. So then people started coming out saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe you do that!" And they started breaking it down. 100 hours a week.
Yeah.
How do these people sleep and they don't do anything? They're being abused and
Families. Blah blah blah.
Your favorite writer had tweeted that he was going to look into it.
Well, good. Thankfully for me, other writers did.
So he, when he saw this, he said, I think a while back said he was going to look into it, and because he's looking at writing up an article on it. So whatever. So he had some inside. Yeah. So, and then Rockstar, then they sent him a deal saying that they were giving their staff permission after all this stuff started coming out, right? Because people started criticizing Rockstar. So their employees are given permission to speak on social media about their work experience, which led to some interesting testimonials. So I remember seeing a tweet from an employee saying that, that's not the working conditions that he works at, and he's been with Rockstar for years. He might work 40-something hours a week or so, but they're not being forced to. But that's part of the business. It's crunch, especially at the end. So you're going to have volunteers. Some people are they like that overtime.
Yeah.
I think some of the people out there making a lot of noise about it, I don't think they don't work, or they understand that this is what life is in the business world. We, you guys, I've been through it, aviation. There's just times when you're getting close to a deadline. The customers, they want their product. So sometimes you just have to work, every day and a little bit extra hours to get past it. But
and also when hobby work. I mean, your job, it's your hobby. You spend more time doing stuff.
Right.
Because that's what you like. You like to work on that stuff.
Yeah. So I think it's gotten blown out of proportion. I'm sure. Yeah. There are cases, some studios, it depends on the country too, because, here in the States, every state has a labor law. So, if you're hourly, you're going to get paid overtime. If you're salary, which maybe some of these developers are, then that's the thing where they're being asked to work a lot of overtime probably. So I don't know what kind of compensation they get. Sometimes you get comp days off, right? And hopefully they are getting bonuses, and I'm sure that all comes down to how well the game performed. So, that's what a lot of them probably hope for. Plus promotion, boss sees you working all these hours, you worked hard, you did a good job. Some of these people are looking for a promotion. So,
well, and they do. So I'm pulling some stuff up as we talk, because there are some competing. There's some competing things on this. So here's the original where Dan Houser said that, the team sometimes worked 100-hour weeks. Now, he later clarified that to say the senior staff did. That folks were not, and Rockstar Lincoln originally said that, or at least this week, that overtime was not mandatory. However, a QA tester at Rockstar had posted something on Reddit that said it's not optional and it's expected. So then, in the wake of all that, then some folks, because Rockstar said, go ahead and tell your stories on Twitter or on social media and don't hold back. So Viviane here, who is a tool programmer working on the game, said, she's never worked more than 50 hours a week, and that's rare. And she gets about 2 to 6 hours of paid overtime. So, the interesting piece of this is that this started because the gaming press has to push on the developers, in this new age to talk about their development process. So that's where Dan Houser made his comments, and then you're seeing Rockstar have to basically damage control it. And instead of them damage controlling it, which I think this is brilliant, honestly, instead of them damage controlling it, they said, you know what? You guys talk about whatever you want to talk about. Yeah. You guys tell stories, knowing that there's obviously someone who could get on Twitter and say, you know what, Rockstar sucks. Rockstar's done this. I haven't seen my kids in 6 months. Blah 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 blah. And so far, I've looked at places like GameIndustry.biz and Variety, and they've kind of curated some of these Twitter accounts and Twitter stuff. Nobody is really coming out and saying they've been abused by Rockstar. So, yeah, I'm kind of with you guys. This is the way video game development is, and if you want to be part of it, it's like my job. I'm an IT manager. I am expected to work more than 40 hours a week. I'm expected to be available at 8 o'clock at night if my CEO IMs me and says, hey, Mike, I need you. If something goes wrong, my service desk for my job is 24/7. If, like right now, I know one of my clients is BGE is doing a controlled power outage in their building. If I wake up in the morning and and something's wrong, the power didn't bring things back up correctly, I may have to run out there. It's just it's the nature of my job. And it doesn't happen in cycles of, well, I'm making we're doing this project, so I'm expected. I'm expected all the time. So, and to answer your question, Jeff, I don't work overtime. I don't get overtime. This is expected of my job.
Well, you're salary, right?
I'm salaried.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's just life in the business world. I mean, either salary or you're hourly, and like you said, even at my job, the engineers, the senior management, when we go home, we're done. They're the ones staying behind. They're doing meetings or whatever. So that's just, it's how it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's now. If you are an hourly employee, if you're a non-exempt, and you're being asked or forced into overtime, and then you're not getting it, then that's a whole different story. If you're crunching because you're forced into it and you're forced to do these 100-hour weeks, then that can be an issue. But we're just not seeing it here. And if you're working 80 hours in a week, which I don't even know how you do that, but if you're working over that and you're hourly, then you should expect compensation for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've done it when I was younger. I worked 7 days, 12-hour shifts for a few months. So it's part of the business. But I was young, so and then you get older. Yes, sometimes it is mandatory, but it's not all the time. Some people just can't handle it either.
Right.
They just don't.
And
like
there's also a thing called peer pressure. Like,
yeah.
say you two work, you two enjoy it and you work longer hours. And it's like, I'm looking at my clock, it's like 5 o'clock. It's, steam whistle time. Let's roll.
Yeah.
But, and then you guys can continue because you're waiting on me, for instance.
Well, and so, again, to answer Jeff's question, we are kind of hearing it. There's the employees are being told to go ahead and talk about it, to go ahead and say, I haven't seen much in the way of complaints from Rockstar. And in fact, here's another. I'll bring up another one for whatever we can see here.
Well, like that QA tester that complained. I mean, I'm sure during crunch time, those QA testers are expected to.
Sure. Yeah, I've been working at Rockstar for 6 years and never worked. I've been asked to work anywhere remotely close to 100 hours in a week. Now, some of the things down the bottom may be a little hard to see because it's compressing the image down. But this guy, he says, his next is, it's been surreal to see people share their crunch stories with the conclusion being Rockstar needs to change, when I've just been reading them thinking, I'm so glad I work at Rockstar and haven't done anything they have. During the development of RDR, and I'm assuming that's the first one, I sometimes worked 50 hours during the week. This was on and off for a few months. And by on and off, I really do mean off. Some weeks I just worked a flat 40, and there were zero issues with this. No one is pretending that working extra hours is fun or desirable. And I'm not either. Trust me, I'm not. Believe me, you guys know firsthand what my work is like. I'm not, it's not desirable.
My philosophy is always don't work longer, but work smarter.
Yeah. And in my experience, it's gotten better over time. So, these are folks. And, and I know, so, yeah, Chris, you never want to talk smack about your workplace on social media, but there's got to be somebody who, after this process, is leaving Rockstar. It always happens.
Oh, yeah. You will always have disgruntled employees.
Yeah.
And if they leave or get fired,
we just haven't seen any yet.
No.
So.
And, this has been a known thing for a long time. Crunch time, all these companies, they put a lot of work in to get it done, to get it out, get the games go gold. So, but we haven't heard anything like this all these years. I mean, I'm sure there are some cases where you got bad management, but I think it's overreaction. Some of these media.
Well, that's what Chief Tommy said. People are always ready to, light that torch and be the judge and executioner. So.
Yeah. And that's at times right. It's and Two, what he just typed in something. I guess it depends on the state. There's some states that give employees a right to fire someone for no reason. Maryland is a right to work state like that.
Virginia too.
Texas is too.
Yep, I can lose my job for any reason whatsoever. So.
But they can't force you. At least in Virginia, they can't force you to work overtime. They can't force you, but that kind of, okay, can't force you. You don't want to do it. Okay, you're fired.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And I don't know that I don't know that that's, and again, I'm salary, so I don't get, my CEO took me to dinner one night and said, I'm going to put you in this position, but here's what I expect of you, and he does it himself. This is a guy who he's calling me at 10 o'clock at night because he's up at 10 o'clock at night, because he's up at 3 in the morning, not because he wants to be, but because he's got, sometimes I think he wants to be, but, but because he's doing the work. We've got a multi-million-dollar company to run, and sometimes that means that, I need to help him. I need to give him information, or I need to work on something for him. And sometimes that means that I'm here at 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, sending him an email, from research that I just spent the last hour doing. That's just the way it is. But that's what was expected of me and what was told of me would be expected of me. And, it's just, I can do that, or I can find somewhere else to work.
Yeah.
I don't advocate it by any stretch of the imagination. And, I have seen some horror stories of developers who have, crunched their people into oblivion. Talking about Rockstar, some people who worked on Grand Theft Auto 5 complained. They're no longer with Rockstar. And some people have talked about that process, which is why this guy says it's gotten better over time.
Yeah.
And it could be that certain departments were that way. You don't know. You might have a jackass boss that,
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, if I work overtime, then you do the same thing.
So.
I worked 20 plus years at one place in Lockheed, and I've had good managers that were cool with you and they work with you.
Yeah.
But I've had some that no, you need to be here.
Well,
just
but I understood it when it was explained to me. Like in no way, shape, or form is my company's CEO that way. He's not a jerk. He doesn't treat me bad. In fact, my company treats me very nicely. I get to work from home 3 days a week. Actually, I could work from home all week if I wanted to. I choose to go in, but there are things that I can do. There are things, and when I go on vacation, if I tell my team I'm out for a few days, that man will go out of his way not to bother me. So I mean, what's expected of me comes with those trade-offs that I also get treated very nicely. And I would imagine that some of these folks at Rockstar probably get treated very nicely too.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it's. I kind of agree with, with what guys like Tommy are saying. How this got to be a thing, how this got to be a story in the first place.
Yeah.
Part of it, like I said, from Telltale, what we heard from going on over there, and now it's like, ooh, is this going on over here too? Let's write a clickbait article. So, and
Well, and that's the other thing, the whole clickbait
before you get all
ad
that
revenue. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, there's that.
But that's why I'm a big supporter of developers You know, because when you see a lot of people online, they like to trash a lot of these games because sometimes they don't come out perfect. You know, they come out with bugs and so on, and you know, especially online games, and we've seen that here lately. You know, people just they talk so much trash to these developers, and these guys obviously they put a lot of hours in, even if they're just doing, you know, 5 to 10 hours extra a week, whatever it is, especially towards the end. And even after the game is out, they know that there's issues and that, you know, patches are coming. You know, they're just trying to do the best they can. You know, these games are not easy to make or maintain afterwards. So,
Sure.
So, and especially now we're getting into these online games, and so now we're going to get into streaming games here in the future. So it's not going to be easy to try to keep these games, you know, working well all the time. So
yeah. Well, now Telltale is a good example of you know of a bad situation. But look, they're dead. I mean, the karma comes around for that.
Yeah.
So, but so yeah, that's this is the unfortunate big story of the week there. So, actually, there's another unfortunate story that just came about that we get to talk about. And did I get, hold on, let me see if I grabbed it. I did not. Let me grab this tweet image real quick. Let's see, where is it? Because I know here we go. So, you know, sometimes it's great when this stuff breaks and we get to talk about it, even if it's not the greatest news in the world. Hold on, let me bring it up. So it was inevitable, guys. Someone was moving out of February 22nd. Someone was. There was no way that 4 games were going to launch that day. No way.
Well, they're the second game to move out.
What was the first one?
Well, there was I don't know if they officially said it, but there was a deal that came out that Crackdown 3 was going to move to the following week. I think on a Tuesday.
Yeah, 1 week later, right?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me look because I didn't see that. And granted, I haven't been around. So, give me 2 seconds. I want to make sure. You know. There is a rumor and Amazon pushed the date back to the 28th. But nothing's official yet. Apparently there was a tweet from Xbox, and that was deleted. And the Microsoft Store changed the release date. Hold on, let me see what that says. Now, you're right. The release date on the Microsoft Store says 2/28. So, that leaves Anthem. And that leaves... What was the other one? Metro, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this one...
And I think Metro, even if it stays on that date, I think it'll be fine. Not everybody's going to want to play Anthem. And Metro's a good single-player game. Yeah. So, it's going to sell well.
Oh, Metro...
It's nice that Crackdown has its own separate week. I don't know what else gets released that week, but...
Yeah.
Well, Crackdown has the advantage of being in Game Pass.
Yeah. It
Yes.
does. Yeah.
So
people are gonna try it.
But I mean, if there are too many games out, then it still gets buried. Now at least, people have they played the first week of Metro and the other games, and now now they play Crackdown for, even if it's like a few hours just to check it out.
Yeah.
But
no, I
at least it
agree.
gets checked out.
Yeah, and I agree. I just didn't think I didn't. All right, so that does make sense, but I haven't seen anything quite official yet on Twitter. So I'm going to assume that the placeholder is correct, and that's about it. I'm looking down the Crackdown. Yeah, I'm looking down their official Twitter feed, and they don't have anything. So that's really weird.
Yeah. I would have rather Crackdown 3 came out a week earlier. That way, at that time, it's the only game around that time. Well, you got Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out at the end of January. So if Crackdown 3 would have at least come out, a little bit earlier, it'd give people a lot of time to play it out, and then, here comes Metro and Anthem. So
I don't know that I'd put it that close to Kingdom Hearts 3, or people would forget about it. That's a hard. It's a hard month.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a hard month.
And plus, see, April 26th.
Wouldn't surprise if Anthem slips.
That's possible. So
when is Division 2 coming out? Peter? It's coming out early next year too, but right?
I don't know when it's coming out. I have no idea. Maybe March? I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it somewhere around that time.
Here's the
Resident Evil 2 end of January.
Frankie says March 15.
Oh,
Division 2? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Okay. That'll be the big game of March.
Yeah. So the official word from the PlayStation blog on this was simply spit and polish. So they decided to move it from the crowded February timeframe to April. So that's not bad. That's not a. I think a couple of months. Remember when they delayed Uncharted 4? And I think they delayed it, a month and a half, and people were like, no, how could you do that? Because it was the right thing to do. I'm not sure what else is in April.
Yeah, and they even delayed God of War. Even got delayed.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I mean, this is the risk for announcing a game release ways in advance. Instead of having 2 months, it's like, hey,
right.
In December we're gonna launch such and such.
But it was funny at E3. Nobody, all these different publishers and all that, they just don't know. So everybody's announcing their game. Yeah, February 22nd. February 22nd.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit. And, even Phil kind of, in one of his interviews, was like, yeah, we just didn't know.
Well, yeah, and so I think everybody knew those 4 games were not going to stay on that day. There was just no way. So,
nah.
And I wonder how many people at oh, come on, Mike. Hold on. At Deep Silver are looking at whether or not the hype for Anthem grows. Because maybe it's not Anthem that would move of those 2 games. I think it's going to depend on how confident EA is in Anthem.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure 4A games and Deep Silver care. I think they know there's a they know there's a groundswell for Metro.
Yeah.
And in my choice of the two, Metro is what I'm getting. That's not even a question.
Still have to finish the other two, so.
Do you really?
Yeah, me too.
Oh, man.
I have them, so I definitely will take time to play them. But
okay, so
yeah, I have them too. I think
guys,
one of them
guys,
I'm almost done, but
you guys all got on my ass about not playing Red Dead Redemption.
yeah, well,
It's my turn.
hey, so when you finish Red Dead Redemption, we'll do Metro.
yeah.
Touche.
No, we've all been pretty close. I
Touche.
should just play it and wrap it up.
So did you get through the? Are you through the first one?
No, I'm playing the first one, but I'm
Okay.
close to having that one done, I think.
Great story, isn't it? It's a great story.
It's been a while.
Oh, it's a great first-person campaign.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't mind doing both. I mean, Anthem is my first choice, but there's no reason why. Like, I can get on Anthem and get familiarized with it, and then get on with friends when they're on.
Mm-hmm.
Then when early in the morning, sometimes I like to get up early, have some coffee. I'll jump on Metro. So there's no reason why I can't do both.
Absolutely. No. All right, so that's the big news there for Days Gone. I honestly think that helps. I think that helps very much. I think that puts them, you give Sony credit for this because they deserve a lot of credit for knowing when to release a game, knowing when that maximum, when they can get maximum coverage and maximum exposure out of a release, a game release, because they did it with God of War, they did it with Horizon, they did it with Uncharted 4. They just know, they know, and we're not talking about delaying it a month before it comes out. I mean, we're in October, so we were still 4 months away from its release anyway. So now we're 6 months away.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. And when I do get another PS4, I do plan on playing Days Gone. That'll be on my backlog on the PS4.
Yeah, I have some intrigue on it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. So, stop it, Niall. and don't bring up Scalebound. That's still a sore subject with me.
Yeah.
Scalebound has been reincarnated in many other games. So.
Right, in Monster Hunter and what's the other one that looks like Scalebound?
Yeah.
That one that we just
Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry,
the
right.
The character kind of looks like he looks like the guy from
right.
So, there you go. You're right.
So all right, a couple other quick hit things that I've got. Want to say congratulations to Forza Horizon 4 and Microsoft. Thanks to, I'm assuming thanks to Game Pass and thanks to some strong sales, they have seen 2 million players in its first week.
Yeah, that's great.
That's hellacious engagement, and that's without me because I've only been on there once.
Well, they only counted you once.
Yeah, right. So, oh God, Duke Nukem Forever. That took forever, and it still sucked. So they have, so 2 million players. More as of October 9th, more than 4.6 million hours of gameplay have been watched across Mixer, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm just gonna bring these up. I love when they do this. Everybody's into these stupid stats now. Hold on, I love this. They can't just say, "Hey, we sold 1 million copies." They have to know. They have to say, "All right, just save it." Hey, you guys have driven 822.7 million miles.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Who cares?
Right. So,
Right? Who cares?
Purchasing 4.1 million properties and owning more than 74 million cars and more than 377 million roads discovered. Okay.
Talk about the roads. Tonight I finally found the last little bit of road.
Oh, you're trying to catch up the coop?
Yeah, so now I found all the roads and unlocked that Chivo.
Nice. So now here's the one that here's the part I'm interested in, is the route creators coming.
Oh yeah.
October 25th. So next week we're getting a route creator. So
But they're already busy with Red Dead.
this is true.
I know Red Dead is Friday, right? This is 25th, might be Tuesday. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't keep my days straight.
So,
No, that's Thursday,
so
isn't it? 21st is Sunday, so.
yes. And Forza continues to be the best-selling racing franchise of this console generation. Which tells me that, which does tell me that it's, there's not much competition. So,
Yeah. I mean, Forza is king.
well, Gran Turismo Sport is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the VR on Gran Turismo Sport's pretty nifty. Pretty nifty.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad.
yeah, but so this is cool that it's the best-selling racing franchise, the console generation. That means they've done well with it. So, and perfect timing to bring Playground Games into the fold. So,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I know. No, well, we are saying that, Niles. We really don't care about this stuff. It's just funny that this is what they choose to talk about. I find it funny. I would rather them just say, "Hey, we're the best-selling racing franchise of the console generation, and here comes the route creator. And by the way, if you want to still play it, you can get it on Game Pass." This stuff, this fluff,
Yeah.
but you wonder why. You wonder why they get laughed at. This is why they get laughed at, because no one gives a shit about this. Honestly, no one cares about these stats. So,
How many unique horns have been
People.
purchased? Come on, man.
right, exactly. So
No, you know what a stat would be? The ratio of getting crappy clothes versus nice cars
Right.
and monies.
right. So
Now that's atrocious. That's a
see, but Frankie,
Yeah.
this is the thing. GT Sport. Well, I don't know many people that said GT Sport was meh. Drive Club was cool. Oh, heck. Excuse me.
Yeah, it was so cool that Sony didn't continue with that studio.
No, but which was strange because it was a slow burn, but it picked up. It
It had a cool concept. I liked the way it looked.
yeah.
I
And
would have played it.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's the same thing as Lion Heart or whatever.
Exactly.
Getting close. I mean,
Lion's
stuff
Head.
happens.
Lionheart.
Lionheart.
Lionheart. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I would like to see Gran Turismo kind of do similar with Turn 10. Yes, they have the track simulator like Motorsport. I like to see them do with their
Open
assets
world?
that they use, do an open world like Forza Horizon. I mean,
Yeah. I love open world. I mean, it's
yeah, me
satisfying.
too.
It's
Yeah.
the thing is, like, you can be a little less technical
Yes.
Yeah.
and having a blast.
No.
Like a pure track, it's more more precise and no room for error. And
Yeah.
it's still cool, but it's just a different kind of cool,
Yeah.
less accessible for the majority of people.
Right. Oh, by the way, there was he was saying what other racing games were there other than that and Drive Club and Project Cars. There was that other one, Alcio Corsa.
Yeah.
And that kind of came with a
Dirt or whatever those
series.
Right,
the Dirt series, which has been phenomenal, actually. Dirt's, and in fact, because thanks to Game Pass, I got to play Dirt 4 and Dirt Rally. Those are fantastic games, and I am glad to see some rally stuff in Horizon 4. But as a pure rally racer, for those of us who love the Rally Sport Challenge games and wanted something like that, Dirt is where you get that, and that's Codemasters.
Yeah.
Those are the guys. That used to be the Colin McRae Rally series before Colin McRae passed away, and so there are other good franchises out there, but Horizon's its own animal, and the social aspect, people jumping in and out of your game, that's been cool to see. To have people in your server and you're driving around, and I was on my way somewhere during the prologue, or maybe it was right after the prologue. You guys weren't on, and I was just playing by myself, and I don't know, some dude never met before following me around. We're going around, and then we ended up going around and helping each other find a couple of the landmark spots.
The signs or the bar finds?
The landmarks.
Oh, yeah.
Right, a beauty spot.
Yeah, those are cool.
What are they called?
So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Horizon's a great game, and I was just playing earlier with Weedy, and HK jumped in, and Nate, and Dirty J. So I love that you can just jump in, play with some friends. Earlier today, I was just doing some races myself. So Horizon has its flaws. 7 had its flaws, and I think Forza 8 is taking a little bit longer. I think I heard that's gonna come out in 2020 instead of coming out every other year. So
the crew.
I'm interested to see how that. Yeah, the crew. That's right. So I'm interested to see if Forza Horizon 5. I like to see them kind of take their time and come out with that, because they need to look at everybody's feedback and kind of see what they can do. Because there's one series that I loved was Test Drive Unlimited.
Oh yeah,
I love that series.
Yes.
It wasn't the greatest, but
Test Drive.
It was a little arcadey, right? It's just like Forza Horizon, and Forza Horizon 2 that came out, that was back in 2010, 2011, and that one had houses that you can buy, you can decorate the interior, you had garages that you can move your cars around.
I still have it.
You had characters that you can. You can decorate with clothing. You had motorcycles. You had car dealerships that you can go in and walk around. You had the clothing stores you can go and walk around.
And driving
and
in
you
Hawaii.
Had some there was a little bit of story there too. It's kind of corny, but so I did hear. I know Atari sold that game to someone else. I forgot what the publisher is. I have to look it up. And
I got your back. Keep talking. I got your back.
So, and I heard that they have some racing developing team that's done other racing games that they're going to do Test Drive Unlimited 3. So I'm really looking for that.
All right, hang on. I'm looking.
What's Chief Tom talking about? Rush? That's some other.
San Francisco Rush.
Okay.
That was a great series too. That was Midway Games. I have Rush.
Oh yeah, that was one. The guy was an undercover cop, right?
No. There was just a.
No, that's another one. But there was something San Francisco. What was that game?
Oh, you're talking about True Crime, which turned into.
Not True Crime.
Yeah, True Crime San Francisco. Yeah, True Crime San Francisco. That was you were you were a cop on the street. That became, No, San Francisco Rush was an arcade.
Oh, racer. Driver. Sorry, Driver.
Yeah, Driver. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay,
that's the one.
Yeah.
No, San Francisco Rush was a It was an arcade racer that it was big in the arcades, then came home on like N64 and Dreamcast. It was basically like, do you guys ever play the Hydro Thunder series? The those games from Midway, Hydro Thunder, Arctic Thunder. It's in that vein, but it was with cars, and you could find shortcuts, and there were big jumps and stuff like that. I've done some streaming of Rush 2064 on the Dreamcast. It was really cool. Cruisin' USA is another one. The Cruisin' series, Nintendo's. Man, we could have a whole show just on racing games.
Yeah, driving games.
Oh yeah. All the way back to Test Drive.
Yeah.
Way back when on PC. Played it on XT or whatever it was.
Test Drive 2, The Duel was.
And like the original Gran Turismo on PlayStation 1 and on 2. I love those. Tokyo
Extreme Racer.
Tokyo Extreme Racer.
Oh, I hated that game.
That's one of my favorite series. I know you hated it. We talked about that, but I love that one. I played it on PS2, and I played it again on the
I got the
360.
worst hate mail and hate forum posts about my review of Tokyo Extreme Racer. Oh. All right, here you go. Big Ben Interactive secures rights to Test Drive Unlimited.
There you go.
So this was in December of 2016, so who knows?
Yeah.
I would love another one.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, we need another open world game to help push Playground and Turn 10. You need some competition, and so I want to see that. The crew. I think the crew was cool. I think I liked some of the stuff from it. I think they had some of the developers that worked on Test Drive Unlimited.
Yeah.
But
Midnight Club.
I don't know. It just wasn't enough for me. Yeah, I would love to see another Midnight Club, but I remember Midnight Madness too.
I think Forza Horizon needs motorcycles.
It does.
It's
I would
coming.
like to see
I
that
think it's
implemented.
coming. I think it's coming.
Yeah, I mean we already saw it in one of the what's it called, showcases.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, Frankie, Midtown Madness is owned by Microsoft. That came out. That was a Microsoft game.
And I played that on PC when it came out. So
we need a detailing job.
Yeah.
Oh, Burnout Paradise, remastered.
All
it's
right.
now in the vault.
It is in the vault. Gorgeous game, by the way. The 4K on that is beautiful.
Yeah, that was an enjoyable game.
Oh, man. All right. We can go on about that forever. We could do that. I can pull some footage. I can record some. Maybe we could do that. We all get our racing games that we have and record some.
We'll do that.
Record some footage, and we'll have a racing game. Because there's a ton of them. Of them. I could go back.
What about the? Let me see what game it was on the. Was it like Pit Stop? On the Commodore 64. Let's see what it was called.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, Pit Stop 2.
Oh my gosh, Pit Stop.
It's also by Epic.
Yep.
So that was awesome because your tires were down and your fuel, went down, and actually I played that too a little bit on my little mini.
I mean, I can
that
go
was
back.
So great.
I can go back to the Atari to stuff like Pole Position, Racing Destruction Set. I mean, good God, there's so many.
Yeah, we're not even talking about NASCAR and IndyCar and Formula One. It's a whole another set of racing games.
Yup. Oh man.
We should do a whole episode just
on racing.
Pure racing.
We could do that. No.
And news is slow. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Well, it'll get slow probably in January. So. I forgot Burnout Paradise.
That's what you think.
Yeah, true. All right, we'll be getting ready for February. So, man, you know what? Maybe what we'll do is on Twitter, we'll put out, for our folks that are in the chat room, our unbelievable, awesome chat room guys once again. What's your favorite racing game? And then we get Juan was supposed to be in the chat room tonight. And I don't know what happened to him, but good God, he called racing. He can talk racing games all night.
Oh yeah.
So we may have to have.
He can talk Forza Motorsport 7.
Well, he could.
A couple of hours.
So maybe we'll have him on as a guest that night, and he can talk racing with us. So, all right. Was there anything else that I had? Hang on, just looking across our. Oh yeah, Soul Calibur launched today. I got to get that. Damn it, I forgot Soul Calibur launched today.
Soul Calibur. Huh.
Although I wonder if it's one of those things where if you had it on the Dreamcast, you got it now. So I don't know. How much different could it possibly be? So all right.
Yeah, racing in GTA 5.
Yeah. All right. Only other thing I've got is just a little bit of comedy before I'm done.
Oh.
Elon Musk put that out today.
Looking at that.
Yeah. He buys it and deletes it. I had to save these kids from eternal virginity.
I mean, he's so wealthy, he could.
Yeah.
No, he'll probably add rockets to it and some kind of.
Right. That's just funny. So that's a
subliminal messaging within a game.
Yep. So, shout out! Got to give a quick shout out to my man PlayStation Bra. Did you guys see? Is this? I don't know if this is true. He's got to confirm this. Is this actually the room he built? Is that his actual man cave room? He tweeted this out.
His bra cave?
Yes.
Really?
If that's his actual.
Well, I know he moved. Didn't he just move?
Yeah, but if that's his actual. If that's how he built his actual man cave, dude, I bow down because that is flipping unbelievably awesome.
Or you can say,
except the couch is pointing the wrong way. No, nobody can watch the screen.
I know.
Yeah, like kind of man cave.
Looks cool though.
Unless there's another. Yeah.
There's probably a seat right from this direction that has good view.
Well,
that's all that matters.
This is either a great shout out or we've just exposed him. One of the two. So I told him we were going to show it on the show, so we'll see if.
I think he's going to have a show next week. I know he was tweeting something about. Yeah.
Yeah, the broadcast.
It's been a while for him, but
it has been. The broadcast is coming back. So I wanted to do. I remember when the 500th PlayStation special edition PS4 came out. I wanted to do that PlayStation retrospective, and we ended up, for whatever reason, not being able to go on that night. But I was hoping that he would come on and talk to us. Talk with us about that. Something else.
Maybe we can do when the PlayStation Mini comes out.
That's what I was thinking. Some sort of, I want to start doing some retrospectives on these things, story of Microsoft, story of Sony, story of Nintendo. And it's kind of, give people some retrospective with some folks that actually are very passionate about it. If that's really his, if that's really his new bra cave, you can't question his passion.
That is, yeah. The only thing I question is where he's sitting at to really play this game on that screen.
Probably in that beanbag chair that's kind of in the lower corner there. So.
Yeah.
All right, gents, that's what I have for the night. What do you guys have? Anything else?
No, that's
it. Only other thing that I saw, just real quick, the new games that are backwards compatible, they just announced. Well, we saw recently the Crysis 1, 2, and 3, right?
Right.
And then now they have Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Portal, and then the Orange Box.
Orange Box.
With Half-Life 2, Team Fortress, and Portal. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, cool.
There's a couple things
I have that whole set. And
you have all that? Yeah.
So it's the only
I
thing
want
I
to go
don't have
play
is
Half-Life 2. And Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead 2. I don't have that one.
I don't have the
But
Left 4
it's
Dead.
nice it's enhanced.
Yeah.
Finally finish it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Orange Box. I'm eyeing my Orange Box right now. I'm looking right at it.
It's so sad. I have so many games that I have not played.
I know.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's what happens.
And each time there's like new games coming out, and it's like it's like I'm more selective now though. I used to buy anything that was like on sale.
Yeah.
But now it's like I only buy it if I really, 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 really want it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I even buy it like day one.
Yeah, Frankie said he downloaded Crysis 2 and 3.
Nice.
Yeah. This is the beauty of BC games because, like us, been gaming for years, but I haven't been able to play every game. Either I had to school, work, or family. There's just no way. So.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like what we're seeing going forward. That our games can carry forward from now on, hopefully. So as of right now, that's the case. So I'm curious with the PS5 if it will be BC because the Bra had tweeted something about he doesn't think Last of Us 2 is coming out next year, and he said who knows when about Death Stranding. But I was thinking, wouldn't it surprise me? Just kind of like how the Last of Us, where it came out at the end of the PS3. So I wouldn't be surprised if Last of Us 2 does come out next year in the holiday. PS5 comes out, launches out, 20, and then it gets enhanced, and then I could see the Ghost of Tsushima in the spring, early 20. But also gets enhanced whenever the PS5, and then I could see Death Stranding being the launch game for PS5 because Sony's they're giving him everything to make that game, so they're gonna want to prop that up, big time. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how that all plays out.
Yeah.
Especially to see what Xbox, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna launch at the same time with the Scarlet? Or whatever it's going to be called, or wait.
They're going to be first.
Hold on. Oh,
real interesting.
He said he was joking. Oh my God!
But now he has to do it. I want to see. He needs to, do his game room. I want to see him do it. At least the wall, like do the painting on the wall and put your TV in there in the middle. That'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, so that's somebody else's room. Oh, that's so funny. That's why I said either he's the coolest ever, or we just exposed him.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? What's his name? Ice-T. He he's a gamer, right?
Yeah.
When he tweeted, he showed his setup where he plays, and it almost something similar. He had a nice wall similar like that. The TV in the middle, it was nice, and I even gave him a shout out, and he even liked it. So yeah,
That's
so
funny.
If anybody has a game room like that, it's someone who like Ice-T.
Oh, what's up, Monkey Punch? Oh man, that's funny.
Monkey.
He said, "No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking." That's funny.
We're calling him out.
Calling him out. Fraud.
Yeah.
Fraud.
Come on, bro.
If he did that, that would be the good. You know whose room that probably is? It's probably Brandon's.
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah. I was just looking for it in the chat room. Frankie said, "Did you guys hear about the Spidey puddle stickers coming in Spider-Man's photo mode?" Yeah, I was just looking on their Twitter feed for They have. Hang on. Oh, this is funny. So this is how you troll. So now I have to show it. All right, hold on, real quick. So in the photo mode, you can add your own puddles. That's funny. That's funny. And it's got, by the way, they did add New Game Plus. So, sorry, Peter. I still want to play it. I think that's still the next game I'm getting.
Then get it.
So, I know.
I need to finish it.
I feel like I'm disappointing you.
Mine.
I feel like I'm disappointing you by getting it.
That's silly.
So, I figure if I do that, that also gives me a chance to finish Assassin's Creed Origins so that I can turn around and pick up Odyssey. So.
Oh yeah.
But that's funny as crap. That's really funny. I give my hats off to Insomniac for that one.
Yeah.
So, all right. So now that truly is all I've got. How about you guys?
I think we're good.
Yeah.
All right.
Good to be back.
Oh, it is good to be back. So thanks for bearing with me the last couple weeks. So it'll get better. It'll get better for me. Like I said, once I get past that second and third weekend in November, I will be good. Anybody's in the Maryland area wants to come see a pretty cool production of My Fair Lady, where I will be playing as 3 different parts. You're welcome to. I'll give you guys the information. It's gonna be it's a lot of singing and dancing that I've never done before. So, but good stuff. Good stuff.
Cool.
So, all right, guys. Who wants to be the one to take us out? I brought us in. Peter, you haven't done it in a while.
Yeah.
Seriously? Well, hey everybody, thanks for.
Good God! Seriously?
I was just sitting here enjoying the show, but hey, it's so good. It's so good. Now, thanks everybody for watching. The chat was lit. Appreciate all you guys.
Yeah, good
Love
chat.
you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Tell a friend, and let's get together next week, 9:30 p.m. on Friday.
We're thereabouts.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there.
Not earlier. Perhaps a little later.
Perhaps a little bit.
But ACK out and NLG out.
Good night, guys. Everybody have a great weekend.
Rock on, gamers.
Game on.